Are you thinking about buying a home in McKinney, Texas? In this video, I'm going to share with you everything that you need to know about living in McKinney. I'm Robert Owen, your DFW, that's Dallas, Frisco, and Fort Worth realtor, and I've helped a lot of people relocate to the DFW Metroplex. They want to know about cities like Prosper, Allen, Frisco, and Plano. Now, all of these cities are located in Collin County. If you've seen any of my past videos, you would know that Collin County is one of the fastest growing counties in the U.S. It's 68 square miles in area, so I consider that a large city. It may be worth mentioning that McKinney, located in Collin County, does not get the love and attention that a lot of these other cities are getting. But with that being said, McKinney is definitely a city that I would consider if I were thinking about moving to the area. McKinney has a lot to offer residents, and it's catching the attention of more and more people looking for a good place to call home. In 2023, named McKinney as the best place to buy a home in America. And number 2 on that list was, you guessed it, Frisco, Texas. Niche.com gave McKinney an overall rating of an A. So I'm going to share with you some of the things that you would want to know about living in McKinney. McKinney has a population of just over 211,000 people. So it is a nicely populated area. We're going to be talking about schools, the location, crime, things to do, where you can go shopping, and of course, we have to talk about housing. And how that all fits into this, we're going to get started where McKinney is located. It is located just north of Plano and east of Frisco, the county seat of Collin County, and there are several highways that run through McKinney. You have Interstate 75 that runs north and south, but you also have Highway 380 that runs east and west, as well as the Sam Rayburn Tollway that runs southwest to northeast. McKinney is about 30 minutes to DFW International Airport down Highway 121 and about 40 minutes to the Dallas Love Field Airport down Highway 75. So reasonable access, I guess, and yes, the commute times to both those airports, you're looking at about a 40-minute commute to downtown Dallas and about a 50 to 55-minute commute to downtown Fort Worth. So I will say, if you're thinking of living in McKinney and working in Fort Worth, or almost anywhere else in Tarrant County, you just need to know that the commute time is going to definitely be longer. Another thing to note about McKinney is there is no public transportation. So yes, with the city of almost 250,000 people and no public transportation, you are going to need a vehicle. So keep that in mind as you calculate your expenses about living or relocating to McKinney. The closest public transportation DART rail is on Parker Road in Plano, not very far. See our video on Plano regarding the DART rail. So let's talk about the cost of living in McKinney. According to bestplaces.com, McKinney's overall cost of living is about 10% higher than the national average. The cost of living in McKinney is only 6% higher than the average in Texas, so keep that in mind. The cost of living is slightly more than the national and the Texas average. But remember, McKinney is in Collin County, and if you see the cost of living of some of those other cities in Collin County, you would definitely put McKinney at the top of your list as far as having a lower cost of living. So we know that housing cost is a huge portion of everyone's budget, and when it comes to calculating cost of living, we're going to visit cost of living later on in the video. As far as things to do or entertainment in McKinney, McKinney is definitely one of those cities that has a little bit of the old world charm and some of the modern amenities that we always like to enjoy and talk about. What are the top destinations in McKinney? I would say it's the historic downtown area. See our video on downtown McKinney. It dates back to 1948, and it really has retained a lot of that old town look and feel. So there are over 120 shops and stores in the downtown McKinney area. You also have plenty of restaurants and places where you would like to get a nice beverage. So going to McKinney's downtown, really, any day of the week is a leisurely kind of fun experience. I go there whenever I'm in the area just to go down to see the different shops and boutiques, and they have a lot of cool different restaurants that I enjoy. Also, if you're a resident that enjoys community and community events, well, downtown McKinney does do a great job of that. McKinney does do a great job of bringing people together to enjoy different festivals and events that you would not always see in some of your bigger cities. McKinney is very artsy like that. There's an arts and wine celebration in April that's hosted annually in McKinney, and on the 4th of July, they have a parade as well as a fireworks show. And in September, they celebrate Oktoberfest, and that usually takes place during the last week of the month of September. And to kick off the holiday season, they have Home for the Holidays, which starts the week of Thanksgiving. And in the cultural district, you'll find more attractions like the McKinney Performing Arts Center. There's also the Collin County Historic Museum, and there's also some other just artsy type art attraction. McKinney's Parks and Recreation Department also does a great job organizing events and having plenty to do for the residents. There are over 50 neighborhood and community parks, aquatics centers, fitness centers, and they also have sports complexes. They have places like the Apex Center, as well as the Settlers Recreation Center. They're both great places to enjoy and you get a good workout, or if you're in for some more specialized sporting events, if you love pickleball, the courts in McKinney is the place for you. They have both pickleball courts and tennis courts, and I'm not sure if you know this, but pickleball is the fastest growing sport in the country right now. So when it comes to shopping in McKinney, you'll find everything that you need to find in any other city. When it comes to grocery shopping, like your Walmarts, your Targets, McKinney doesn't have a major shopping area like Frisco or Plano. The finer shopping will be located about 20 minutes down the road. Or if that's something that you're looking for, just remember, McKinney is in close proximity to both Frisco and Plano, so you'll have easy access to both of those cities and all of their great shopping. Schools. So, even if some don't have children or kids in school, school districts do mean a lot to people, and it's something that we get asked about a lot. McKinney ISD is the district that serves students that reside in McKinney. Frisco ISD will service some of the west side of the city, but according to the Texas Education Agency, McKinney got an overall rating of a B. It's an 89 out of 100, which is good. And historically, McKinney ISD has been ranking around an A or a B, so it's a solid school district. I don't think you would have any issue with sending your kiddos to any of the schools in McKinney. So, McKinney ISD is made up of over 32 schools, and they serve over 23,000 students. And the teacher ratio is 14 to 1, and I think classes sizes of 14 to 1 is a great size. So, crime and safety are something that always comes up when people are relocating to an area. Now, according to crimegrade.org, McKinney gets an overall rating of a B. McKinney also has a crime map on the types of crimes that are on their website and diagrams the crime activity that's going on in the city. I think that's a great resource to have as a resident or someone who's considering moving to town. And it's a good idea if other cities would do that as well, Dallas. And just one more bit of information regarding crime and safety. Smart Asset has named McKinney the second safest mid-sized city in America in 2022. So I would say that a city of this size and with the crime ratings, they really aren't that bad. But as always, do your due diligence and look at different crime ratings and different resources to figure out if this would be a good fit for you. Housing. Housing is a huge cost when it comes to people and what they are considering where they want to live. As of August 2023, the median home price in McKinney was $510,000. The median home price in DFW was $375,000. So let's put that into context as it relates to other cities in Collin County. McKinney is less expensive than Prosper, with a median home price of $800,000. Frisco, $680,000. Allen, $530,000, and Salina, $600,000. Of all those cities, McKinney has a lower median home price, which could save you money just with the cost of living, including interest, taxes, and insurance. It is, however, higher than Plano's median cost which is $497,000. So you can get a pretty good deal if you look at median home prices in McKinney. Of course, you can go above that or below that. It's just really all depends where you are and what part of the city you would prefer to live. So $510,000 will get you a 4-bedroom, 3 or 4 bathroom home with about 2,500 square feet, maybe 3,000 square feet in McKinney. McKinney does have a great mix of both older and newer homes. Some of the popular communities in McKinney include Craig Ranch, which is a beautifully master-planned community. It has more than 400 acres of sprawling green spaces. It's connected to some bike trails and some running trails. It also is connected to a 5-star TPC Craig Ranch golf course. And who wouldn't want to be connected to a golf course, right? I mean, Byron Nelson Classic can definitely help the home value of a neighborhood and the homes surrounding the golf course. The median price of a home in Craig Ranch right now is around $700,000. Adriatic Village, that is a super cool and unique place in McKinney. Please see our video on the Adriatic Village. It's a 45-acre Croatian-style village modeled after a fishing village in Croatia. They have entertainment, some event venues, multiple restaurants, the Guitar Sanctuary, shops, offices, some residential options throughout the village, including George Fuller Custom Homes. They also have 55 and up community, offering 1, 2, or 3-bedroom flats. So it's a nice variety, and it's definitely different from anything that you would commonly see in most of your neighborhoods in Texas. Painted Tree is another new community in McKinney. It is 1,100 acre and it offers 25 miles of greenway paths and nature trails. Painted Tree has 200 acres of parks and open recreational space. There's a 20-acre lake there. They have 2 swimming pools. They have sun shells in all the pools, so it's a really cool community with a little bit of something for everybody. Lastly, there's Stonebridge Ranch, which also has some beautifully established homes and has a ton of amenities, including a beach and a swim lagoon that overlooks Stonebridge Lake. They also have tennis courts and pickleball courts, lakes, ponds. They have trails, parks, playgrounds, and tons other things. So definitely one of the better master plan communities. You'll want to check it out if you're considering McKinney Stonebridge Ranch. And let's not forget Trinity Falls, which is one of my favorite communities in McKinney. Please see our video on Trinity Falls. This is a 2,000-acre community. It also has amenities for its residents. This community is definitely built with the premise of getting outside and enjoying your neighbors. Got nature trails and all sorts of good stuff like that. It includes hiking and biking, all sorts of excellent parks and playgrounds. There's a splash pad for the kids. There's the club, which is the center of fun of all the stuff that goes on in Trinity Falls. It includes a resort-style pool, splash pad, an outdoor fireplace. It has activity rooms, great indoor fun, but you could also book it for parties and things like that. So lots of options when it comes to housing and your needs when you're thinking about relocating to McKinney. If you have any questions about anything that we have discussed today, give me a call, text, or email me, and I'll see you in the next video.